Why hello there, and welcome to another tank review. I'm Corny Swiss, and today we're looking at the KV-2, and as always with any review you find on this channel, if you want to skip ahead to a certain part of the review, I don't know, simulator battle, realistic, opinion, all those timestamps are below. Feel free to jump to whatever you want to watch. If you want to hear some statistics and that type of stuff, stay here, because that's what we're about to do. So let's get to it. So the KV-2 is affectionately known as the King of Derp for a damn good reason. Has a 152mm howitzer, so it's basically an artillery piece. It has a small house that can fit all of the good people of the Soviet Union in it, and it's on a KV hull, so it's got some armor. It's basically just a giant moving artillery piece that fires horizontally, directly or indirectly, and whatever it hits, it wrecks. You have two types of ammunition. You have a bunker buster. I think this is a bunker buster. It's anti-concrete shell. Has decent penetration, very heavy shell, decent muzzle velocity. And then you have HE, which has really bad muzzle velocity, is pretty big, and it's just a high explosive shell. It's basically just a little bomb you're going to throw at them. And I'm going to be real, I carry some of this with me for specific targets if they're very, if I find that my HE shell didn't do anything, but that is few and far between. I carry a lot of this, and realistically, if you want to carry all HE, that's not a bad idea. We're not even going to talk about the penetration of this gun, because whatever you hit with this is going to explode. And you'll see that from the replays. Firing HE from this thing is like firing a small atomic bomb when you hit Panzer IIIs, Panzer IVs, even Panthers. Well, not Panthers, because you can't see Panthers in this thing anymore. Or before, actually. But Tigers. You can see Tigers in this thing. Tigers are the only tank that give this thing trouble. Maybe that's why the concrete shells are there. But even then, a Tiger from the front, a KV-2 can hurt, can even destroy. From the sides. From the sides, it's a little tricky because the tracks and the armor is just, even though it's thinner, it's like there's like a skirt, and that kind of messes up the HE shell. But you can blow up anything with this tank. And in addition to having a gun that just destroys everything, you have decent armor. 75mm at the front, on the hull, side of the hull, 70 at the rear. It's basically a KV chassis. I think it's KV-1 chassis. And 75, the turret is 75 all around. Does not matter what you shoot, where you shoot this thing. Now, granted, it is just a giant flat house that the crew just live in. But, I mean, it's just a gorgeous piece of Russian engineering. That's all we need to say. Is it very fast? Not particularly. It's not very mobile. Is it heavy? Yeah, it's kind of heavy. 52 tons, that's pretty heavy. It's not that much lighter than a Tiger. 550 horsepower at 2,000 RPM engine power. I mean, it's not bad. It's definitely not good. This thing will struggle to. It's definitely it takes a while to get this thing going. Inclination, we already decided that's a weird stat. Turret rotation 6 degrees a second. It's very slow to rotate this turret. Vertical guidance 3 degrees of gun depression. Yeah. But guess what? You don't have to aim down all that much because the HE shells have such low muzzle velocity that you're lobbing these shells. You got to aim up. We need more gun elevation. We need more than 18 degrees sometimes. But we've already talked about the arm. Penetration, just forget about it. Reload rate, that's pretty important. I think stock this thing has a ridiculous reload rate. I put it on my best Russian crew, or one of my better ones, has really good weapon reloading. And I've got it to 40.3 seconds, and you definitely want that to be a little faster on the old reload, because one of the weaknesses of this tank is being swarmed. You can knock out 2 tanks in one shot, get like Bombardier style in World of Tanks, but I mean you only get to fire basically once every like 45 seconds you'll fire this gun, and you need to hit whatever you're firing. You need to cause some serious problems. In terms of ammo, 36 rounds doesn't seem like much, but considering it takes 40 seconds to reload, That'll last you the whole battle, unless it's like a 30-minute battle where you're just firing all the time. But yeah, you won't run out of ammo this thing. And quite frankly, yeah, basically just load HE. Because you have Tiger at 5.7, that is the worst tank, or the strongest tank this thing will see. You'll see a lot of 3Ms, you'll see a lot of 4Gs, see a lot of 4Hs, you'll never see a Panther, you'll see F2s, 3Ls, Stug 3s, Jagdpanzers, yeah, you'll see both of those. Hetzers, you'll see Hetzers. It's basically it. And lo and behold, this tank absolutely destroys all of them. Just, if you can, the critical thing is you got to be able to estimate range to target. So you got to practice, but once you can get the shells on target, this thing will destroy everything it comes across. So, without further ado, let's get into the replays. So here we are on jungle in a realistic battle. And I'm not going to lie, jungle is a really good map for the KV-2. The amount of concealment and and honestly the short combat range just feeds the KV-2 in the sense that as long as they don't gang you and bum rush you and really take it to you, you can just hold a corner for the entire game. And you're going to see a little bit of what I mean here. What I usually do in the beginning of the game, I don't know how to switch which shell is which, so more often than not I have a concrete shell. So I just fire that one real quick and then load the HE right after. We're just coming up around this corner here. See what we can find. There's an enemy. Hello, sir. Could only see the top of his tank. Shot the top of his tank. The shell dropped a little bit, so probably hit on top of his turret. Blew him to Kingdom Come. This tank is really, and to top it off, I think something happened. Oh no, I'm still reloading. Okay. Ouch. I think something happened. I don't know. But he's dead, suffice to say. And they're capping A, but I think that's just AI. That made me sad. Every time you fire the KV-2, whatever you shoot should die if you hit it. The AI's spaced armor protected it. Very OP. And this is an example of how to play a KV-2, I think, of effective KV-2 play. I have two mediums here who can have quick firing guns, who can support me and keep the enemy off me while I'm going through the process of reloading the atomic bomb into the breach. Just fuck you! Fuck you, AI. Blew that AI up. He didn't know what was happening. That was the one that bounced me, I think. Alright, so we've basically secured this corner now. So I'm going to push up and help cap, because I'm a good teammate. But, and there's an enemy. Hello, Mr. Enemy. Okay, I think he just got set on fire. I don't think I'm going to get to shoot him because, yeah, I'm still reloading. It's on fire again, then he blows up. I'm like, okay, cool. It's a cool story, bro. I don't like shooting AI in this tank, but there was nothing else to shoot, so yeah, I'll just light him on fire. Surprised he didn't just explode. I feel like I didn't get my money's worth when they don't just, just detonate. I feel like you lose out on something. Kind of advantage of this tank, something else to keep in mind is it has horrible gun depression. It has a very tall turret. So you can actually shoot over a lot of things. And like I said in the egghead portion of this review, it's very easy to deal with the gun depression because most of the time you have to aim up a little bit anyway because of how slow the shell is. But I'm all loaded up now. I'm ready for the next contender. And you're going to see something very sad here. It's very sad. I cry every time. Looking over here, looking around, looking for the enemy. It's just an AI shooting by my ear. Hello. Hello. And we missed. It's the saddest thing ever for a KV-2 is to miss. Because you just do not get your money's worth. At all. I haven't killed. No one's dead. What? How could I miss? Stalin did not guide that shell as he should. We'll get another crack at him, don't worry. So, and I kind of can't stress enough about when you play this tank, it's very strong in its circumstances, which basically means if the enemy are in front of your gun. But when it's reloading, it's just insanely vulnerable. Like, fuck you. Get out of here. Killed him. That's what you get. But with like two T-34s with me, we basically, I'm basically very secure to act basically as an artillery piece and just rain it down, rain atomic bombs on people's heads. And whatever I don't kill, these guys are gonna maim and slaughter and take care of for me. But we've double capped, we've uncapped their other spawn. Their I think it's C. I think it's C. They're the one they're supposed to cap. We're capping, so it's okay. Now I'm just cruising around. I'm looking for more things to shoot because you know, this game just didn't get my money's worth. I feel like I fired however many shells I fired. I think I only killed 2 enemy tanks, like 2 players, and that makes me sad. That really does. I think, and the reason I think that, I think in realistic they can see you coming easier, so it's much harder to kind of get those shots on people because you're not a very fast tank, that's for sure. In simulator though, they don't see you coming nearly as well, so you can. Okay, this would have been glorious. I was begging right now. I'm like, oh my god, please, please. It wasn't meant to be. Damn. That would have been glorious. I'm not gonna lie. Blasting a plane out of the sky with a KV-2. Talk about glory. But that's pretty much it for this battle. Not much else is gonna happen. But I think you got an idea of what this tank does. It just kind of rolls up. You can shoot it. You might do something to it. But it's gonna shoot you back. And it's gonna hurt. A lot. Like just bam. You're dead. And it's immensely fun to drive. I think it's more fun to drive it than in World of Tanks just because the one-shots just happen so much more frequently. But yeah, that's it. Celebration. Alright, so in this realistic replay, we kinda didn't get to see true KV-2 destruction. We saw a couple good, you know, derp shots, just bam, you're dead. Bam, I hit the top of your tank and you just exploded. That's why I have this game. This game was so much fun to play. I find that in simulator battle, the KV-2 just dominates. Just crushes everything. Before this one, there was a game I put up recently. Recently. I say recently. It's a KV-2 video and killed the entire enemy team. All their vehicles were lost to my KV-2. Very strong tactics. But exact same plan as the realistic gameplay. Just coming right over here. Gonna check it out, see what's happening. I don't want to get rushed, so I'm kind of nosing up here. Because I'm kind of alone, I think. Yeah, I'm alone. Is there anyone here? Yep. Hello. Goodbye. Does not matter where you shoot a Stug with a 152mm shell. You can shoot under them. Like, it'll hit the ground below them, just detonate the whole tank. It's fantastic. Stalin truly was blessed with the idea to build this tank. Well, not Stalin. Stalin didn't build it. But someone in Soviet Russia was a fucking genius and built this tank. And this tank just feasts on the tears of German tankers. And sometimes, I mean, shooting a Stug is okay, but it was definitely overkill. I think I should get my money back for the shell, or at least part of it. Reloaded. Just stop. Just stop. Stay away from my corner. What that guy should have done is the second I shot the Stug, he should have immediately rushed around here and just taken the fight to me. Granted, there was a T-50 here. I will defend that T-50. He is my friend now. That is the KV-2's job. The KV-2's job is to defend his little tank friends. And by the way, those two guys I just killed were in a platoon. So, after I killed his platoon mate, he had to have known I'd fire. When you fire, there's about 40 seconds in between the next shell coming out. You know, that's would indicate to me that you have an opportunity to run up here, engage. If you shoot me in the front of the turret with the F2's gun, you will get through, and you will likely do significant damage. I'm just gonna put an AI out of its misery. I killed the entire crew. Just stop. Now I'm telling the T-50 that I'm reloading, so that he has an idea. It's always good to give your team information, because with that information now he can play better. I think what he's doing is securing that flank, make sure no one sneaks up, because if anyone comes through here, as long as they don't do it and shoot me in the next 20 seconds, I think we're okay. And they're not, because they're bad. No, it's not that. There's just no one over here. Something interesting though, when you play KV-2 in simulator, the turret is so massive you can't actually see your tank below you. You can barely see your tracks. So it's actually kind of disorientating playing this tank, because you just can't see where you're going. And now I noticed in the battle log that some of our AI over here were being killed. And those AI are my friend. They are my friends. And this bastard over here is shooting my friends. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't feel good. But he feels worse. He just got messed up. But I mean, just stop. Just stop coming, little Germans. That's three of their players that are all killed. They're all dead. They are dead. Okay, now an AI is probably that's probably an AI capping B. So 3 of their players I think are out. No, 2 of them are. I think that guy's going to respawn. We will see. But I'm just kind of cruising around now. Not exactly sure what to do. I'm looking for the enemy here. Don't see him. So there's something over here. Need to find a better vantage point to shoot things. KV-2 is meant to shoot things. And at this point I notice, oh wait, that is definitely a player up there by their cap. I'm gonna go deal with him, because I don't care about the AI swarming our cap. I'm more interested in killing enemy players, because that's how I roll. And plus, someone's already heading back to deal with the AI, so I would likely get there, fire 1 shot, and then move on with life. So I decided to set up ambush right here. That's how you should play the KV-2. You should get in a position where you can set up a little ambush so that you can assure the first shot. So if you get the first shot, they're not likely to survive. But of course I'm impatient. And actually this was a good move to move up a little bit, because he's actually going to show up in the river, which was kind of surprising. I mean, I knew he was, but I'm just chilling. And then I'm like, well, where is he? Where did he go? Check the thing. Yep, he's still here. Oh, there he is. He knew I was here, but he didn't shoot fast enough. Killed his entire crew. They're all dead. Just send the letters home. But now, you know, he knows where I am. I don't think he'll be able to respawn. But time to go back. So that is 4 kills for the mighty KV-2, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4. 4 kills. And we must now look for the enemy. I'm looking. Oh, there he is. There's that bastard. Give it some lead. A hit. I want my money back. That was bullshit. You cannot just hit with a KV-2. You must kill everything with KV-2. And I think while I wasn't looking, actually no, okay, set fire. That was the guy I just hit. No, he's dead. Alright, so teammates have got 1 kill, I've got 4. Okay. That guy's gonna respawn. At this point I'm thinking, okay, well I'll head back and cap. There, you know, I'm just like, nah, they're gonna cap. You know, I'm slow. I want to kill more things. I haven't fired the gun up. I love firing this gun. I just want to shoot more things. So I'm gonna go back because our guys are being shot at. I think one of our allies in the cap was just shot. So I know where he is. I don't know what I'm typing here. I can't see. But I'm just gonna run back the way I came and go. I mean, really, they should just make it so that when you drive this tank, there's just a continual soundtrack of derp dee derp dee derp dee derp 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 dee derp dee derp 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 derp. Just that, just over and over again, because that's sometimes it's just how you feel in this tank. You know, it's like I'm just cruising along. If I find something, I shoot it. If I hit it, it dies. And on jungle, the combat ranges are so close that it's fairly easy to get shots on target. On Kursk, this tank is a nightmare. Oh my god. I think I've hit 2 tanks out of maybe 40 or 50 shells I've fired on Kursk from this tank. And it just doesn't work. It doesn't. So right now, just to keep the game up to date, I guess, I'm running towards A because I kind of think the dude's going to go cap. But then he's spotted down there. He is not going to cap. And then this was a little bit annoying, rubber banding on the invisible bush. My transmission was actually damaged by running into something invisible. But yeah, I decided, okay, he's going to try and go over the hill and take out my friend the T-50, who is still my friend. I will defend the T-50. Just going to get up here. My plan was I'm just going to rush over to where the T-50 is and just point blank range blast this guy to Kingdom Come. I don't want to see another hit with no kill. But he's going to shoots at me. Didn't do anything. And I just put him out of his misery. I mean, he was about to lose the game anyway. So, KV-2-5, enemy team. I don't know how many tanks the enemy team killed. But my team scored 1. I scored 5. And we're going to win this game pretty comfortably. And at this point, my biggest worry was, am I going to be able to reload in time to fire the celebratory shot at the end of a battle? I don't think so. Oh, maybe? Ooh, 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 yep. I was actually testing the range here. It's like, where's this going to land? Bam. Right where I aim it. Because KV-2, very strong tank. The strongest tank in Soviet Union. Yes? The KV-2 is a complete joy. It's easily well, it's not my favorite tank, but it's one I always enjoy playing regardless of how I feel that day. I just love playing it. And that's it for this replay. Alright, so opinion time. What do I think of the KV-2? KV-2 is exactly what you think it is. It's just the king of derp, rolls around, shooting people in the face, blowing their face off, and reloading and doing it again. KV-2 is just as much fun in World of Tanks. I would say it's more fun in War Thunder because you just one-shot everything. There's no question about, oh, if I pen, I'll one-shot or whatever. No, you just one-shot it. Except if you're unlucky, like in the simulator battle when I didn't one-shot. But that was bullshit, and we all know that. So, KV-2, it has good armor for the tier. Tigers will give you issue on the whole armor front, but the gun is effective against one-shots everything except maybe Tigers, but even Tigers you can deal with HE out of this gun. And it's just a really, really fantastic tank. I would say this is the most fun tank to drive in the game, outside of maybe like a T-50. If you just want to fly around, I would compare the T-50 to being like the ELC AMX in World Tanks. But this KV-2, it's just fantastic. I mean, you kind of have to get it anyway to go down the Russian heavy tank line. You might as well. It's a heap of fun to play. Even stock, like stock, it's totally fine. You still get the HE. It's not like you need to upgrade the shells, and you're just gonna blast things out of this. Just you blow them up. You're firing small nukes out of the thing. So yeah, it's fantastic. That's all you need to know. But anyway, I've been Corny Swiss. If you have any tanks you want to see a review for, feel free to drop it in the comments. I have kind of a list of tanks that I want to do reviews on, and I'm updating that list with suggestions. It might take. It depends on my schedule, because I'm back at school, and I'm I got schoolwork and whatever, and just general life just kind of gets in the way sometimes. But I try and make these as often as I can in my spare time. But so it might take me a while to get to the tank you want to see a review for, but just know I will get there eventually. Just hang tight, I'll get there. But yeah, but I mean right now the list is fairly short, so you can probably expect a few more reviews coming out. But anyway, I've been Corny Swiss. I'll see you next time. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. I'm more than happy to answer or refer you to somewhere where those questions can be answered. Or if you just want to gawk at the glory that is the KV-2, let's do it in the comments section. Alright, I'll see you next time.